This video is another episode in our urban survival series. It's based around a denial of service such as no power, no gas, no water. Today's subject is hygiene when water is scarce. Stay with me. None of us like to be smelly, and it's quite fashionable to have at least one shower a day. But is that really required? And if there is a scarcity of water, for whatever reason, you've got no mains water coming in, and you're rationing what water you've got so that you can maintain hydration, you still need to think about trying to maintain a decent level of hygiene. Now, back in the day when I was a little one, we only used to have a bath once a week, and sometimes that was shared with my sister. When I say shared, I don't mean both of us in the bath at the same time, but the bath water. And I know that we weren't the only ones that done that. And as you can see, I'm still here, so it didn't kill us. Anyway, even the NHS, the UK National Health Service, suggest that having a bath or a shower twice a week is a minimum. There are three main parts of the body to wash on a daily basis if possible, and that is your face, your pits and your bits. Then, where possible, your feet, perhaps every other day. The parts of the body that need to be washed are those that sweat, or where there is a possibility of, what's the word I'm looking for? Contamination through crossover, You've been to the loo, you had a number 2, you didn't wash your hands properly, you picked up your sandwich and ate your sandwich, So, a bit gory, a bit nasty, but that's generally how it happens. That's normally how food poisoning occurs. Through poor sanitation. Someone's touched something they shouldn't have done, then touched the food, then touched the mouth and wallop. You're in it, so to speak. If you're at home or you're at camp and you're not particularly active, you've got some downtime, then it is great if you've got a pair of flip-flops or something like that. You can take your socks off, take your boots off, your shoes off, take your socks off, put your flip-flops on and let the air get to your feet. And that will help to maintain hygiene. Now, a little tip I'm going to share with you is a method of reducing the amount of water you use when you carry out a wash. And that is using one of those. A simple atomizer bottle. That one in a previous life had Dettol multi-surface cleaner in it. So first of all, it's quite obvious that if you're going to use something like that, you need to get rid of the contents and wash it out. Because you're not going to want to squirt that around your sensitive parts. But if you fill an atomizer bottle up with water, you've now got control over the amount of water that you're actually applying to your body. One of those, a soft cloth, perhaps an old t-shirt, you could cut that up into squares. Something that's soft, you're not going to want anything that's too rough, because again, you're going to be using it on parts of your body that are potentially sensitive. And soap, a mild soap. You shouldn't actually use soap on your face because it can dry out the skin and cause skin problems. Especially if you're perhaps prone to eczema or something like that. But you shouldn't actually use a soap on your face. It will dry your skin out. But you should use a mild, and I'll say that again, a mild soap, when washing your pits and then when washing your bits. Again, mild. You don't want anything too concentrated because it can damage the sensitive parts of your body. And at the end of the day, without getting right into it, male or female shouldn't wash intimate parts of their body with a strong soap. It can remove the body's natural washing material, properties, substance, whatever you want to call it, and cause other issues. Yeah, so not teaching you all how to suck eggs, but in this day and age we all go from having a shower or two a day, and then something happens and potentially you're going to be not showering every day, but you do need to maintain that certain level of hygiene. Why we go face, pits and bits, just think about that. You wouldn't want to wash your bum and then wash your face after, would you? Yeah, because all you're going to do is potentially contaminate yourself and give yourself food poisoning. So that is the reason that we go face, pits, bits. Yeah, and I would say every couple of days your feet, air your feet, atomize a bottle, a little scrub, mild soap between the toes. Yeah, our feet, when they're in socks, shoes, boots, they sweat, they smell because of the bacteria. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. When you go to bed of a night, whether you wear pyjamas or nothing or whatever, yeah, your bed sheets, etc., they will start to smell after a while because you will sweat whilst you're in bed. Yeah, you might leak bodily fluid voluntarily or involuntarily, and you're going to have lots of skin particles coming off in your bed. Yeah, all gory, but that's what happens. Again, if water's scarce, you may not be in a position where you can wash your bedding or even your clothes that frequently. So what you need to do is air the bed. Something we used to do years ago. You get out of bed, you pull your duvet or your top quilt or whatever you're on right away down to the bottom, and you let bed breathe. If you can, open a window a little bit. If the weather's decent and you've got the opportunity, take the duvet and duvet cover actually off the bed so the sheet's getting an airing, and hang your duvet on your washing line. Yeah, if you've got some sunlight, the ultraviolet will kill the bacteria, help get rid of the smells and the wind, yeah, and it will actually give it a freshen up. Exactly the same with your clothes. If you're not if you haven't got the possibility that you can wash your clothes as frequently you want to, yeah, take them off, give them an airing, ideally on a line or outside where the wind's going to get to them, and some sunlight, some ultraviolet. It will help kill the bacteria, and it's the bacteria in it that makes things smell a bit iffy. Anyway, that is short and sweet really. That's hygiene. No need to wash or shower, 4 times a day. If you've got, at the end of the day, if you've got limited water supply, you need to be drinking it or using it to prepare your food so that you'll, before you worry about washing. But 750 millilitres that holds, you can easily wash with that. If you found the video useful, then please consider subscribing. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. And of course, if you've got any comments, yeah, how would you preserve water but still try to maintain a good level of hygiene? Of course, we've got things like wet wipes, dry shampoo, etc., etc. But this whole series of videos has been denial of service, no running water, you haven't got your preps, you've gone on holiday for a fortnight, yeah, with your significant other or your kids or whatever, disaster's struck, you are X amount of miles from your preps, you haven't got anything, but you still need to maintain hygiene. Have a great day, see you soon.